rights dialogue. But like, if you don't have the capacity to go out and and be active in a variety of ways, thank you very much. Yeah, I just definitely want to remind people that that being vegan is itself an act of political resistance. Everything that we do, everything that we consume, and especially the things that we don't consume, is a part of our activism. It's a part of an expression of our political views. I empathize with the position that that people feel like we should remove politics from veganism. But it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it doesn't make sense. Because in the animal rights movement, what we're trying to do is we're encouraging people to understand animals as themselves a marginalized community. And we employ so many tactics oftentimes in our own activism that reveals how connected human rights and the rights of other animals are. For me, it's impossible to divorce speciesism from racism. And I talk about this all the I talk about this all the time in my work, how anti-blackness is itself a product of speciesism, and how deeply speciesism exacerbates anti-black racism in our communities. Whether it is people of color or underprivileged people or people in lower social classes who work in slaughterhouses or in factory farms, whether it is the use of animals to to depersonify people of color largely, whether it's any of these things, it's impossible for me to divorce my black identity from from animal rights activism.